So today is 12 December 2008, and I forwarded an email to June with that video of yesterday, 11 December, and she hasn't responded yet. So maybe she's trying to figure out just the level of restraining order she can put on me for that one. I mentioned her name. Oh boy, Chris is in trouble again. He mentioned people's names. Oh no. Oh, he's always a bad boy. Nothing can be good enough. She's not going to be famous to the world. She's this is the thoughts of type 6 is this. I'm not going to be famous. I'm being victimized. I am a victim now. This is the way, it's just the way it works. What else? Also from yesterday's conversation with her, it was there was a 2.5 weeks ago earlier. I was supposed to contact work incentives to call them about Social Security and my benefits if I start working out what that does. And it's on the Social Security site as well. What happens when you get employed? Your benefits can get cut off after a while. So I forgot to call them 24th of November. So the way she's approaching it is like, she's like scolding me, like or shunning me, like for you're not doing this because you're not trying to get a job. And it's like I'm thinking, if she's concerned about this for 2.5 weeks, she does have my email and my phone number with which to ask me a follow-up, but she likes to wait 2.5 weeks and then shun me in front of her boss. And my 9-year-old daughter, whenever I forget something, she reminds me like right away. She doesn't wait 2-3 weeks to say, "Hey Chris, look what you forgot. Look what you..." No, she goes, "Daddy, look what you forgot." Right away. Anyways, it just eliminates all the head games. If these type 6s, that's what their game is. So I talked with the department, what I mentioned, the work incentives, and turns out I didn't learn any new information. It's kind of why I forgot, because I realized it probably wasn't something new, but I did forget, and I wouldn't mind calling them just to find out if there was something different than what I thought. But anyway, so it really is interesting watching June in these conversations, especially the first one, but the second one too. There is this, "Chris, you are sponging off the Social Security system. You need to get off your butt." And then in the next breath, it's like, "Chris, how do you think you can get a job the way you conduct yourself?" It's like there is nothing patting me on the back for trying to heal the world with wish mission or anything. Everything is negative that can be. One second. She wants me to get a job to get off Social Security so that I, stop being a lazy bum. At the same time, she's doing everything possible to her actions indicate everything possible to make sure that if I do get a job, I'll get fired right away, and gives me another negative sign, another link on my bend 'em over list, right? And, so it's really interesting that she represents me. I mean, I should videotape. I have a video camera now that I bought a camera that's Samsung, and it shoots videos. I'll try to take videos a little more often. You have to almost see this, and anyways, it's almost like a split personality where she is going to explode from switching back and forth between "I need a job" to "Chris, you can't handle a job and you're going to get fired." It's like, and it's going back and forth so often. I wonder if she's going to implode on herself there. Why didn't she? I'm thinking, geez, I could have had a V8. I should have come here 4 years ago, and getting a job. But she's kind of like, "Yeah, what are you, stupid?" No, I'm trying to tell her, well, I think it's just God has a way of working things. Things take a time, and it works its own way, and then when she hears that, she just kind of goes from one ear out the other. She just ignores that portion. Pick and choose what you want to hear. It's of course the one that says that I'm God. She hasn't even heard that once yet. Or if she did hear it, it's like, well, now you need to go to the loony bin because you're a crazy man. It is kind of funny to experience this, although it is fun. It's all because it makes fun to make fun of these people. Another one I'm dealing with is 1 second. Susan at the VA. She's part of the chaplain department there, and I'm trying to do some things with a prayer sort of network to help pray for people better, to make people healthy over at the VA, and in a conversation with her, she's just like, it's not as bad as June, but it is, I'm talking to a lady who's, can't stomach the fact that I can say that I'm Jesus or God, and what she doesn't realize is that it is truly a unique religion, and the thing about, they have a bunch of people on staff, a Jew and Catholic and a Lutheran priest to help minister people who are different religions, right? And if they have a Hindu over there as a patient, or a Buddhist, they require a minister to pray for that particular person. So they have to tend to everybody's belief system. But when Chris Rowland walks into the room, that belief system is not going to be tolerated. So I was trying to. And when it comes to women, guys are much more tolerant of the things I say. Women, it is a snap effect. They instantly snap, and they just kind of go off. They can't tolerate anything I say. Guys will just suck it in and just tolerate it. Women, they just absolutely not. Cannot even stomach 5 seconds of this stuff. The father over there at the VA, he hasn't said anything. He understands what I'm saying. He doesn't. He's very cool. He understands. Unlike Susan, he understands that they pretty much have to tolerate everybody's belief system, and that includes mine. It's very unique. Not too many people run on saying they're Jesus or God, except for what's his name, Jesus Miranda down in Florida. He's about the only one. He has to have 9 bodyguards. So, 1 second. So what I'm trying to tell Susan is that it's very important to understand that there are 34,000 religions, according to religioustolerance.org. And that means there's a lot of people thinking a lot of different things out there. And I'm just number 34,001. I mean, it is that simple. That I'll try to post my belief system somewhere here soon. But my belief system is mainly based on reality. It is not any church I've met. It's basically TV and real life. That's my religion, except for the fact that I do believe in supernatural, and I do believe in God, and I even though I believe that I'm Jesus, but I guess it's hard to know why I'm God, but until somebody tells me under oath that I'm not God, I'm going to continue saying I am God. That's kind of why I was asking people to tell me I'm not God under oath in some of my court cases, so that I would know what the truth is. I mean, so anyways, today I sent Susan at the VA an email. 1 second. In it's what happened is I went to the doctor Ty at the VA in early May, and May 9th, and in this letter I gave her, I told her that the blood I just donated has sort of has immortality properties associated with it. And I'm trying to provide a protection bubble for the soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq, whoever's over there, because I don't like it when they go into buildings. I don't like it when they go into a building. The front man, there's like a teams of 5 or 10, and the front guy goes into these buildings and he gets the crap blown out of him or shot to death because there's a guy waiting behind the door. And I don't like that. I don't like things like that. Or you're in the front line, you're in a convoy of vehicles, and you're the front man, and you don't know if the next IED is going to blow up. So it'd be kind of nice to the first man is the front man in these when you're trying to dig a trench of safety is always in the most danger. So I thought, well, why not try to help my soldiers, right? The Army and Marines got the roughest jobs over in this war. And I'm like, let's, so I sent this letter to Dr. Tai, said that my blood, you injected some of it into a soldier over there, and they will now have this protection bubble around them. And just since then, I've realized that I can just do this via power suggestion, okay? On Wish Mission, I've got it advertised. But at the time, I was thinking the only way at the time, I guess, the only way was for blood transfusion, just a few cc's of my blood. And of course, it's you got to be careful that I have A positive blood. You got to be careful how you transfuse it, but you can eventually get to everybody via transfusion from one to another. It sounds like a big pain compared to what I have set up now. Anyways, so I said I was going to do this for about 250 soldiers. So since May 9th, approximately, my psychic senses indicated that this was happening, that they were shipments of my blood were getting sent over, and they were experimenting with this, right? And so for about 6-7 months now, this protection bubble has been on about 250 soldiers. And I thought, well, why not get compensated for this, right? I'm issuing a prayer. It's kind of a prayer, I guess. And if it's working, then I should get some compensation for it from the VA. That's why I was talking to Susan. I said, listen, can you hook me up with some money? You know, I'm getting ready to live in the street pretty soon because nobody wants to give me any money, you know. And I was CCing the email to June so that she understands that I'm trying to actively get some employment here, you know. And the compensation, if this is actually working, the compensation for this would be, you know, 6 or 7 figures, you know, for making this happen, you know, at least. And so I was telling her, you know, how this truth under oath works, and I need a sworn statement. Basically, it says Chris Roller has not been protecting soldiers with a protective bubble since 1 May 2008, which keeps soldiers from harm and death. 1 second. And what I'm trying to do here is if she can't sign it, it means that it's a lie. And so thus, if you get rid of the not, and you say Chris Roller has been protecting soldiers, if that one can be signed, then it's true. She doesn't even have to go and ask anybody what's going on over there. It would take 5-10 channels of communication to find out. All you got to do is just sign it, because God knows the truth, and if you can sign it, then it's the truth that it's either has or has not been protecting. So I'm hoping, I keep my fingers crossed. I'm hoping to get a Christmas bonus so that I can feed my kids over in the Bahamas, and I can live a little better life, because and maybe get social services off my back. They think I'm some kind of sponge on Social Security or something, and they don't seem to understand just the level of my disability, you know. Anyways, so keep your fingers crossed. We'll be able to get some money here pretty soon. I called the FBI and asking for some money from them for watching me, and they're, yeah, I guess I should talk about that a little bit. I called the FBI up, and they're like, I'm saying, maybe I got these agents watching me, they're making so much money a year, and I'm making so little, and you would think that I could get paid some, so why not put me on some kind of project to get paid, right? And they're like, she's got this attitude. It's another lady, of course, another type 6, and that's who I'm encountering as a type 6, and immediately when she hears this, she's like, so you think that people are watching you, maybe because you're doing something bad, right? And I'm like, no, they're protecting me. I guess, but they're. Anyways, she's the way she's doing it, it's almost like she wants to call the get me cooped up in a loony bin again. So I'm trying to say, listen, I'm just trying to get some money, for this truth under oath. I made the oath happen, and you don't need to worry about people lying anymore. When she's making some crap about, well, when people make up say a report over the phone, we just take it down. It's the truth. Well, I'm thinking, how exactly do you just take anybody's word? I mean, how do you do that? I mean, normally you have to put them under a polygraph, and she's getting, well, I got to go now. I got to go, and so that went nowhere fast, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to be hearing from some kind of loony bin here for an hour or two after that, but it hasn't happened yet. So, and I seriously doubt that an FBI agent is going to actually come forward and say, yes, I'm FBI, and other than to put me in a loony bin. That's the only reason why they would ever make mention of themselves. They're very, very secretive and weasel-like. They do not. They hide in the shadows. When I was talking to this lady, she's like, so what's that website? I go, mytrumanshow.com. She goes, mytrumanshow.com. She goes, mytruman? How do you spell that? And I'm thinking, you've got to be kidding me. Come on. As if this is the first time you've heard of this weird site. And and then she's like later on, well, what's your phone number? And I'm thinking, you have called the FBI, who's into information surveillance, doesn't have caller ID. Come on, lady, who are you trying to kid, right? And then later it's like, what's your address? And I'm thinking, you have got this is a joke, right? That you can't look up my address. This is the first time she's ever heard of my name or something, and yet they probably had 1,000 call-ins of people freaking out about my websites and stuff out there, and she's pretending that this is the first time she's heard of me, and that I must be a crazy man to think that somebody's watching me. Because you know how it works. If you say that you're being watched, well, that means that you're paranoid. That's the type 6 behavior. If you're being watched and people enjoy, I say that people are watching me because I'm really important in Jesus and I'm God and all that. And she goes, well, so many people are watching because you're paranoid. Is that right? And so it's kind of the way these inflections in her voice indicate that she's getting ready to call the loony bin on me here. So that was a fun time. So. And I don't think she was very receptive to the truth under oath. I don't think she was receptive in helping me in any shape, way, or fashion over there. And I wish I would have got her name, but I did not. So, but